Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Narayana
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devi
Tato Jaya Mudiraye
Tato Jaya
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate
Bhaktin Bhavatir Naisiti
Bhakti
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopakumara
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namaha.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning japa session. So today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 19, text number 22. 1:19:22. The appearance of Sukadeva Goswami, the chapter name. So this is the continuation of the previous classes. So till the previous class we discussed that Parīkṣit Maharaj came to the banks of Ganges and he sat for fasting until death, and he decided to hear about the glories of the Lord, Supreme Lord Krishna. So for that he came over there, and all the sages also, by hearing this news was spread all over the universe. All the sages came over there, everybody assembled there. Then Parīkṣit Maharaj offered his obeisances to all the sages. He invited them, and then he told his decision to everyone, and everyone praised him, and they decided to continue their to association with devotees until the Parīkṣit Maharaj leave this material world. So Parīkṣit Maharaj leaving the material world, it is 7 days. It is decided after the 7 days he is going away from this material world. So that is, since this is a great departure, he is going to Goloka Vrindavana. That is the reason everybody wanted to witness that moment. That is the reason they decided to stay there only. So by now, after that, what is happening? So by hearing that, what is happening? So that is the current sloka, what we are going to discuss. Please repeat behind me the sloka. āśrutya tat ṛṣi-gaṇa-vacaḥ Parīkṣit.
āśrutya tat ṛṣi-gaṇa-vacaḥ Parīkṣit.
Samam madhu-cyud guru cāvyalīkam.
Samam madhu-cyud guru cāvyalīkam.
ābhāṣatainān abhinandya yuktān.
ābhāṣatainān abhinandyam yuktān
śuśrūṣamāṇaś caritāni viṣṇoḥ.
śuśrūṣamāṇaḥ caritāni viṣṇoḥ.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. āśrutya.
āśrutya.
Just after hearing.
Just after hearing.
Tad. That. ṛṣi-gaṇa. The sages assembled. Vacaḥ. Speaking. Parīkṣit. Mahārāja Parīkṣit. Samam. Impartial. madhu-cyud. Sweet to hear. Guru. Grave. Cha. Also. Avyalīkam. Perfectly true. ābhāṣata. Said. enān.
enān,
all of them,
all of them,
abhinandya,
abhinandya,
congratulated, yuktān,
yuktān,
appropriately presented,
appropriately presented,
śuśrūṣamāṇaḥ,
śuśrūṣamāṇaḥ,
being desirous to hear,
being desirous to hear,
caritāni,
caritāni,
activities of
activities of
viṣṇoḥ,
viṣṇoḥ,
the personality of Godhead.
personality of Godhead.
Translation, there is no purport in this. Translation by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanavadi S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Shri
Jai
Prabhupada.
Sri Prabhupada.
Please repeat beginning with the translation. All that
All that
was spoken by the great sages
was spoken by the great sages
was very sweet to hear,
was very sweet to hear,
full of meaning
full of meaning,
and appropriately presented
and appropriately presented
as perfectly true.
as perfectly true.
So after hearing them,
So after hearing them,
Mahārāja Parīkṣit
Mahārāja Parīkṣit,
desired to hear
desiring to hear
of the activities of Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa,
of the activities of Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa,
the personality of Godhead,
the personality of Godhead,
congratulated the great sages.
congratulated the great sages.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Putale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashasya Deshadharani Om Anjana Timarandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Hare Krishna. So today's sloka, it is talking about after Parīkṣit Maharaj sat on the Kusha seat and he gave the obeisances. He informed his desire, what he's going to do for the last 7 days. And all the sages accepted that. They are all praising him. And although even by hearing this, all the devatas, demigods also from the upper planetary system, they are also pouring flowers and they are also encouraging him. So this is the great moment that a great Vaisnava who is from the earthly planet is going to the Goloka Vrindavana. It's a great moment for each and every Vaishnavas, because it is very rare, very, very rare, a person getting liberated and going back to Godhead. It is very, very rare in this material world. That's the reason all the sages wanted to give their association there, and also they wanted to witness that moment. So that is a great moment. That's the reason they are all sat there. So whatever the great sages are spoken, they spoke about the Parīkṣit Maharaj and the family lineage. So who is Parīkṣit Maharaj and the family lineage? All are the devotees of Lord Krishna. So the sages spoke about the devotees. And Parīkṣit Maharaj, what is desire? His desire to hear about the activities of the Lord Krishna. So whatever spoke by the association of the devotees, it is speaking about the devotees of the Lord. And Parīkṣit Maharaj, what is going to hear, that is activities of the Lord. So when the discussion is happening about the devotees and the Lord, that is the perfect way of doing any discussion, any talk. Other than that, whatever we are speaking, those are all called Prajalpa. So what is meant by Prajalpa? Prajalpa means we are talking about the mundane activities, mundane things. So mostly mundane things, what it will be there? Mostly it will be a blaspheming others. And otherwise, what we will do? We will talk about the politics, what is happening in the cinema, what is happening in the hero, heroine, what they are in the personal life, what is happening, how was the cinema happened, what is the serial, the TV serials, most of the time, what is the serials it is happening. And now, after mobile innovation, now we are talking about the YouTube channels, this channel, that channels, and TikTok, this and that. All those things who are all taking away us from Lord remembrance. And we will talk about games, we'll talk about sports, cricket, what is the score, this and that. So people, if you are talking about spirituality, people who are not ready to listen, these are all old guys, these are all only for the old guys need to listen all those stuffs. So now you are youth, so we need to spend time on speaking about cinema actors and cricket. These are the things we have to speak. So that is the mentality, mindset of the people. That is the reason if somebody talk about any heroine, their views is going in lakhs. And somebody talking about Lord Krishna, somebody talking about Bhagavad Gita, their views will only 100 only. 100, 200, 300 only. So that is the mindset of the common people. But devotees are not like that, because devotees means they're always discuss about the Lord and always try to hear about the Lord. That is the qualities of the devotees. Otherwise, what they will apart from the Lord, if you don't have anything to speak, what we'll do? We will lament for what we are not getting. That we will discuss with somebody, the other person.
नहीं माताजी, मैं पंडित जी तो नहीं हूँ, मैं कृष्णा के डिवोटी हूँ।
So when we will talk about our lamentation. What is the lamentation? We will talk about. Then otherwise we will envy of somebody. Okay, that person is doing like that, I unable to do, and we will blaspheme them. And we won't appreciate what the other person is doing. We will try to identify some faults in that, then we will talk about them. So when we are getting more happiness means when we talk about others and in the negative way, then our mind will get happiness. We will get happiness. So this is the one of the when there is a negative talk is happening, then our mind will give the full concentration. That is the reason all the TV serial who are all taking that, they will understood the mentality of the people, psychology, so human psychology, because negativity is going captured by the people very easily. That's the reason all the serials, TV serials, everything it is showing in negativity, so that it will be the people will be they will be addicted to that. They can't come out from that. That is the way they are taking the serials. So what will happen? So if you're talking about others, which is not appropriate, if it is not true, what will happen? Because once upon a time, so there was a philosopher, Socrates. He was there. He was a great philosopher in the Western countries. So he is not from India, but he is a great philosopher. One time, his friend came to him and he wanted to, because he was in the hurry, I want to tell something to you. Then Socrates asked him to stop it. Then he asked 3 questions. If whatever the 3 questions I'm asking, if all the 3 questions you are saying yes, then we will talk. Otherwise, we don't want to talk. So, what are the 3 questions? Are you going to talk about you or me? If yes, then we will continue. The next thing, whatever the topic you are going to talk, is it true? Then we will talk. Third questions, whether we are talking, whether it is going to benefit you, me, or anybody else. So if this kind of criteria, if it is satisfied, then we can continue. And if it is not in this category, then better not to talk. That's the way Socrates he replied. So still that whatever he asked the questions and what is the mood of the friend, and then the friend told, so it is not about you and me, and it is not good for anyone, then better not to speak. That's what Socrates told. So this is the way the devotee also we need to think. Whatever the topic we are discussing, whether it is going to benefit to anybody, or is it true? Then, or is it connected to our bhakti? Then we can talk. Otherwise, it is waste of time. That is the way we need to avoid that. And once upon a time, there was a king, and he used to supply, he used to give food to all over the Praja, Annadana. Daily he used to give the Annadana in front of his palace. So people all over his area, kingdom, who are all poor, they used to come to his palace and he used to eat and they used to go. And Brahmanas also used to come and they used to eat and they used to go. So this is happening every day. And the vessel, whatever they prepared, the prasadam, they kept it in the open space. One day what happened, there is a eagle which was taking a snake in his mouth, and it was flying on that area. And it came on top of that vessel where the prasadam kept. So what happened? Since there is a snake in his in the eagle's mouth, that snake dropped the poison from his mouth, and the poison directly came and fell on the prasadam. Nobody aware of it because it is flying. Everybody busy with distributing prasadam, and all the people are there concentrating on how is the line and all, queue and all. So nobody is aware of that, what happened. But this happened at the end of the prasadam. So the poison is mixed with the prasadam. So last 4 or 5 the brahmanas, they took that and they died. So the next day, immediately what happened? The entire society and the entire kingdom, all over the villages, people talked about, this person, this king, he killed a brahmana. He called for the prasadam, he killed the brahmana. So the talk went in that way. So initially the talk was, okay, the brahmana went there, somebody ate the prasadam, they died. But later he killed. Like that the talk changed. And one of in that street, where the prasadam is getting distributed, in that corner, the one flower selling lady who was sitting there, and he used to sell the flowers there. And the people who used to come there, most of the people, they will ask her how to go to the prasadam area where the annadaram is happening. So he used to always give the direction, okay, this is the place, go there, go there, go there. And after this incident, the brahmanas died, but still the king continued that prasadam distribution again and again, and daily. One day, some fellows came over there. They asked, so now Lord wanted to not only this whatever this happened, this is the mistake. So brahmana died by poison, and this is king. He distributed the prasadam, but the poison, nobody aware. It is because of the eagle. It is poisoned. Somebody else distributed. They also not aware. So nobody aware of this, because even eagle also not aware the poison fell down there. So who is responsible for this? So this is the way the law, the nature of nature law will dictate there. So that the brahmanas died, all the Yamadutas, they were asking Yamaraj. So now this punishment, the Chitragupta is asking Yamaraj, on whose name I need to write this? Whether it is a king's name, because king, he only distributed the prasadam. Yes, but he was not aware that poison is falling down. So he was not aware. So we can't put the king's name. We can't blame this papa, we can't put under king's name. Then who distributed? They also not aware. If we are aware, they would have throw it away, but they was not aware. So can we put it on the eagle? The eagle also not aware. Can we put it on the snake? Snake, it is at the end of his life, so he's supposed to sustain. They take care of his life. So he was struggling for his life. So we can't put on the snake also. So on whose name we can put this papa? Because the eagle and snake, they are the lower animals. So we can't put the papa on them. Either way, we need to put the papa on the person who is distributed or the person who is arranged this. On whose name we can distribute. So this is the debate is happening there. Then Yamaraj told, okay, let's wait. So let's wait for some time. Like that, they waited to put this papa to someone. So that time, one day what happened? Some brahmanas came for the prasadam. That time they asked that lady who was sitting selling the flowers, so where to get the anadaram is happening. We heard anadaram is happening in this kingdom. So how to go there? Then she showed the place and she told, don't go there. Yes, that king, yesterday he poisoned some brahmanas and he killed. So don't go there. Like that she told. So now the Chitragupta got the answer. How? Because the king not poisoned the person, or the person who distributed not poisoned the person. But this lady, because of her understanding, she wanted to blame somebody, blaspheme somebody. So that's the reason to defame the king. That's the reason she told the king would poison the Brahmanas. So immediately Chitragupta wrote that Papa on her under her name. So this is the way the Papa and Punya will work. So even this lady is not at all connected with what happened, but just she blamed, he blasphemed the others. So immediately she got that poisoned Brahmana. Brahmanas are supposed to be treated well. If it's a Brahma Hatya, is a topmost aparata. So if you are doing any aparata, if you do that on the Brahmana, that is a topmost. And even if you kill, there is no solution for that. That was the way the Brahmanas are treated during that time. So that time she blamed the Brahmanas killing, she blamed on them, blamed on king. So the Brahmana killing, that offense, she got that Papa. So the Chitragupta wrote the Papa on their name. So this is the way we should not think, we should not talk about others unnecessarily without knowing the truth. And we should not, it is not always is not favorable to bhakti. If you are talking about like that, it will not be favorable to our bhakti also. And in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Sanatana Goswami is saying that Anugulasya Sandarbha Sangalpa Pratikulasya Varjanam. What he is saying? The Anugulasya, that means anything favorable to devotional service, Sangalpa, that means accept that. Pratikulasya Varjanam, that means Pratikul means which is not favorable to devotional service, you need to reject that. So this is the way he instructed. This is the Bhakti Rasamrita instruction. Which is favorable to bhakti, accept that. Which is not favorable to bhakti, reject that. This is the Sanatana Goswami's advice to all the devotees of the Lord. And in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, he wrote, what are the things are not favorable to bhakti? So in that, in the text of instruction, it is there, the second text. Atyahara Prayasascha Prajalpo Niyamangaraha Janasangascha Laulyamcha Sadabir Bhaktir Vinasyati. So if you see the meaning, one's devotional service is spoiled when he becomes too entangled in the following 6 activities. So what are those activities? Eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than required. This is the first. Second, over-endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain. Over-endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain. Like, I want to become a CEO. Like that, I want to then 24/7, we need to work for that to earn more money. This is also not favorable to bhakti. And taking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters. Talking unnecessarily. That is called Prajalpa. Talking unnecessarily. And fourth, practicing the scriptural rules and regulations only for the sake of following them and not for the sake of spiritual advancement, or rejecting the rules and regulations of the scriptures and working independently or whimsically. So we are talking about so many rules and regulations of do's and don'ts for the bhakti. Mahārāja Parīkṣit did that, and all the sages did that like that. So all the things we know, we got to know, and we are following. But it is just for the sake of following them, not to apply in our life fully for the spiritual advancement. So then that is not favorable to bhakti. And the fifth one, associating with a worldly minded person who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. That is called non-devotees. That is sometimes they may be atheist also. Because overall not favorable to bhakti, those are like atheists. There are 2 kinds of persons. One is the devotee, another person is a demon. So if you are not accepting the authority of the Lord, then all of them are non-devotees, they are demons. So if you are associating with such people, worldly minded people, they want to earn, how to put the money, where to deposit, and how to get the more money, which stock market we need to build. Always their mind thinking that way only, which business we can do so that we can collect more money, how go and which shop we'll get the good food, and which how to enjoy the drinks. So if you are talking the people, these are worldly-minded people. If you go with them and if you get the association of with them, then our mind also will go in that way. That is the reason that is not favorable to bhakti. And the last one, being greedy for mundane achievements. Mundane achievements. Okay, mundane achievement. What is the mundane achievements? Okay, I need to become I need to complete this. I need to become a CEO of this company. I need to get a promotion immediately. I need to get into this. This is the mundane achievements. So we don't want to endure for that, because automatically whatever we are doing, we will get the rewarded accordingly. So we want to do over endeavor. So if you follow this, whatever the things, the 6 items we discussed here, these are all not favorable to bhakti. So we need to avoid all those things. So this is the one of the sector of instruction, second sloka. So we need to keep in mind always this. And so this is next of instruction. It is said by Sanatana Goswami. And so we have many people, they will say, if you go on to speak about bhakti, so the people will say, I know the bhakti, we don't want to everything. The people who are already like the devotees community itself, who already know, see, coming to the classes, coming for the prasadam, those and all, every day, what is this? Every day they're talking about Krishna, every day talking about giving some instructions, every day they're talking about some pastimes. What is new in that? Nothing new in that. People may think in that way, because after sometimes, if we are not applying whatever we are learning, whatever we are hearing, if we are not applying in our life, this kind of thinking will come in our life. So what is nothing new in that? So we are talking about Vaisnava qualities, 26 Vaisnava qualities. So we will, in fact, just by reading, by theoretically we know. Have we applied? Have you anytime have you tried to apply those qualities in our life, day-to-day activities practically? We know, but we know that activities. So if somebody asked what is the Vaisnava qualities, then like a school children, they will read social science, how we are reading and giving the answer. The similar way, we are also reading and giving the answer to the person who are asking. But that won't help for the bhakti. So what will help? Why we are discussing every day, and we are talking about the great devotees. We are talking about the Lord. What is the do's? What is the don'ts? What is the purpose? So what is the do's? We try to apply in our life. What is don'ts? We need to reject from our life. So that is practically we need to take it in our life. Then only it will be useful. Otherwise, we will think that there is nothing new in the bhakti. So it is always it is getting bored every day. That is the way we will think. So what we need to endeavor it, at least whatever we are hearing every day, one of the point we need to take and we need to try to apply in our life, so that our progress in bhakti is guaranteed and we will progress truly in bhakti. Otherwise, like this is said, only for the sake of following, we will follow, but we won't apply fully in our life. That means it won't help for the bhakti. Because why we are talking about Prajalpa so much, which is not favor of the bhakti, nor mundane activity, we should not talk. Krishna himself saying in the 9.14 Bhagavad Gita, Satatam kirtayando mam yadandascha dhritavratah namasyandascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. So qualities of the devotees, what he is saying, who is my devotee? Krishna is giving, who is my devotee? Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. So these are the devotees, qualities of the devotees. Qualities of the devotees means always chanting the glories of the Lord. And we will endeavor with the great determination. We'll try to move ahead in the progress in bhakti with the determination. And we will bowing down before the Lord. So these are the great souls. Krishna himself is saying that who are doing this, these are the great souls. So they will worship me with devotion. So these are the people only will worship me with devotion. So we need to ask ourselves, are we doing all those things? So if we are not doing, it is not a very, very big offense, but because we are in the sadhana bhakti, that means we are in the training period. So training period, it is good to abide these rules and regulation, then follow that, so that our progress will be rapid in bhakti. So in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also told the three things. What is that? Name Ruchi, Jivodaya, Vaisnava Seva. So these are the three things which is very much important for a devotee. Name Ruchi in the sense, take the taste of the name of holy name of the Lord, Jivodaya. And Daya means mercy upon all the living entities. That means what we need to do? We need to give the bhakti, whatever we got, we need to give it to others. That is Jivodaya. Jivodaya means, oh, that just took pity. Okay, somebody not going, so he's not following the bhakti, she is walking mundane. So we took pity on them. That won't help. We need to try to make them understand this is not whatever you are talking, whatever, it's a foolishness. And we need to take the bhakti, we talk about Krishna so that we can go back to Godhead. We should not, we should go out of birth and death. So all those knowledge, whatever we got, we need to give it to them. That is Jivodaya. And Vaishnava Seva. Vaishnava Seva in the sense, we need to help the other Vaishnavas. So not Seva, we need to do the service to the other Vaishnavas so that we will get the mercy of that Vaishnava. That will also, that will help us to progress in Bhakti. So the three things, Name Ruchi, Jivodaya, and Vaishnava Seva. This will help us to progress in Bhakti very rapidly. So what today's talk mainly about the Prajalpa. So today's sloka, Parīkṣit Maharaj, whatever the sages talk about him, that is also devotees. Him and his Parīkṣit Maharaj and his forefathers, they are all the devotees. And Parīkṣit Maharaj is eagerly desiring to hear about the activities of the Lord. So this is the qualities of the devotees. So please, whenever we get the association of the devotees, please try to discuss about the Lord and discuss about your problems, related to the bhakti. It should be always whatever we are problem facing and somebody can help or not to progress in bhakti. So that discussion only should happen. It should not happen, the discussion should not be end up with the blaspheming others. Hare Krishna. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.
Jai.